Here we have for sale our January 2022 on a 71 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is the T6.1, so the facelifted 6th generation of the VW Transporter. This is a T32, so 3.2 tonne gross vehicle weight, and that's very important for any business customers watching this. I'll explain why a little bit later on in the video. This one has got the 2-litre Euro 6 TDI diesel engine producing 150 PS, roughly 150 brake horsepower that equates to. This is the short wheelbase Highline, which is the spec DSG, because it's got the automatic gearbox Kombi van, so 2 rows of seats. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Highline DSG Kombi of this age. I'll also talk you through the bits which have been done to this vehicle to further enhance it, because it's not quite standard, but there's also a very, very nice factory specification on this particular vehicle as well. We'll also look at things like the service history, and as I mentioned, have a really close look at the condition, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale here at Bridgend Van Centre. So, starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear glazed tailgate. So, tailgate is one door which comes up like so, and glazed meaning it has got the rear glass. We can tell that's factory because it's got the heating elements there in the glass, but you've also got the rear wiper with the wash facility as well. Now, a couple of things which have been changed here at the back is a few things. So we've got a nice gloss black rear spoiler which has been added onto the back, and that ties in very nicely with some of the other elements like the gloss black rear badge, which wouldn't be standard. That would usually be a sort of chrome rear badge, so that's been changed for a nice gloss black element. And then lower down here we can see we've got this nice carbon fibre effect rear bumper protector as well. So those 3 things have all been changed from factory. Something which was on this van from factory is the reversing camera. So that's our first factory optional extra. Some people will maybe have already spotted some other factory optional extras, but that's the first one to note here at the back. Is we've got the reversing camera, which is really, really nice. And of course, as standard, you get the rear parking sensors as well. If we open up the rear tailgate, we can start to have a look inside the back of the van. So you can see here in the back that we've got the carpet lining in the back here, which is fantastic. Makes it feel a lot more car-like in the back of the vehicle. Of course, we've got the head lining, the sides there, of course the wheel arch is done. And that brings us on to another extra on this van, and that is that this one has got the bulkhead here. So we call these a Matexian bulkhead. So it's basically a bulkhead which goes behind the second row of seats, and that gives you that separation between the cab area and then the load space. So if you're going to be using this vehicle maybe for work, which as I mentioned, this van is quite appealing for business customers as well, then it gives you that separation, so you can keep this area mainly as a van, and then the back then or the forward part then as your car cab area. But also there's a few other benefits of having the bulkhead as well. It's a smaller space, so it's actually easier to heat the cab then, but it also does a really good job in deadening down road noise as well, because often on Transporter Kombis you get a bit of road noise off the rear arches, and it sort of reverberates around the space, but having that bulkhead does really help to reduce that down. That is not permanent though, so you can very easily remove that if you want to. They are just fixed in around the outside, so if you didn't want that, that could easily be removed, and probably sell that for good money if you wanted to. But as I say, a nice little bonus there, nice little feature indeed. These little boxes here on the side as well, they tell us a story. Any VW enthusiasts, they will know exactly what they mean, and I will show you that in just a second. And you can see that inside the back of the tailgate as well. That has of course been carpet lined as well. But as you can see in the back, the condition is absolutely lovely in the back of there. Proper Kombi floor and everything of course as well. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle, and this is where I like to look in the reflections down the side of the van, just looking for any ripples, maybe signs of previous repairs, dents, scratches, anything like that. And hopefully, as you can see there, it's looking very, very smart. The only thing I can fault on here, there is the smallest little mark just there. You can just see above my finger there. Absolutely tiny, but that is about the only thing I can really fault it on. It's looking absolutely stunning down the side of the van there. We've got a nice set of black trapezoid sidebars as well. So trapezoid, the shape of these sidebars, and I think that sets it off really nicely. You've also got the roof bars there as well, and then a beautiful set of alloy wheels as well. So a nice set of 20-inch alloy wheels. and the previous owner has obviously had these fitted. But what I really like as well is they have not skimped out on the tyres. So we've got a nice set of Michelin Cross Climate 2 tyres on here. So a really good set of tyres throughout. Same on the back as well. So you've got full set all round. But crucially as well, I don't know if you can tell from this angle here, but the rear wheels are actually staggered. So you've got a slightly wider rear wheel on here. I don't know if you can actually tell this in the camera, but you've also got you've almost got a slight sort of dish to the rear wheel, and then the front is more of a flat face in it, but it just gives this really nice effect on the van. It makes it look a bit more squat at the rear. I think it looks absolutely stunning indeed. Moving around to the front then, having a look here towards the front end, and again there's a few things here which aren't quite standard. So you can see all the grills on the front here have all been changed for gloss black. So the upper part is done in gloss black, the lower part done in gloss black as well, and also this gloss black lower front splitter as well. And I think tying that all in, the wheels, side bars, roof bars, and those bits on the front, I think that is an absolutely gorgeous looking van. It's also worth noting the van has been lowered as well, so it is sitting slightly lower than it would from standard, and that just helps those wheels just to fit into the arches a bit better. Now, I mentioned those boxes on the back. What that tells us is that this van has got twin electric side loading doors, so an absolutely fantastic factory optional extra there. You can operate it on the handle as I just did there. You can operate it inside here using this handle. There's buttons on the dashboard. Probably just see that orange illuminated light down there. You can operate them on the dashboard. You can also operate them on the keys as well. So as you're approaching the vehicle, you can press a button and the door will open for you. Very nice high-end optional extra there on the vehicle. Another optional extra, and this one's got the 2+1 rear seating configuration. You're not going to see much benefit of that with the bulkhead, but if you were to take the bulkhead out, then that gives you the option of folding this seat forward on its own to give you some access into the back, or you could just remove a single seat if you want to, or just remove the double seat as well if you want to also. Something else which has been changed on here, so as I say, they've had the full it's all been lined in the back, and in the load area. They've done the headlining also, but they've also had a couple of extra speakers fitted. So just above here on the bulkhead, really neat job actually, but a couple of extra speakers there to improve sound quality. So clearly, as I say, things like the tyres, the lining, bits like that, it's clearly someone who has very well looked after the vehicle, and of course that goes to show with the condition also. Looking at the back of the front seats, you can see here this is a 6-seater, so you've got double front seat. You can see condition is absolutely spot on inside here. Same with these seats. Of course, you've got ISOFIX compatibility across the seats there as well, but looking at the floor, the step, there's not much to fault there at all. Opening up the passenger door then, inside of the passenger door card is very nice. Same with the dashboard on this side, and the glove box, all in really good order. And then I wanted to show you the service history. So this is a one owner from new van. I don't know if maybe we're best in the back here, maybe just slightly in the shade, but one owner from new van. So you can see at the top here the model, so T32 Highline, short wheelbase, 150 PS, 7-speed DSG Kombi. So very nice in pure grey, which is the name of the colour. So being that it is registered in January 22, you've got manufacturer's warranty until the 26th of January 25, and you can also then see the services which have been done on the vehicle. You can see that this van has been part of a VW service plan, so VWFS, which is Volkswagen Financial Services. It's been part of a service plan from new. I'm potentially looking at the end date here of March 28. There is potentially the possibility that will carry on. I can't vouch for that, but certainly there is the possibility that will carry on. But nonetheless, a beautiful Volkswagen service history, and of course manufacturer's warranty until January 25 also. Looking into the front, so you've got the seats which flip up here in the front, so a bit of extra storage there underneath the front seats. I'll come around to a bit more of the spec when we go around to the driver's side there in a second. And I say when you want to close the door, pull the handle, you can simply walk away from it and it will do its thing. Another factory optional extra then, this is a big one, is this one has got the LED headlight. So it gives you that nice LED daytime running light, but crucially much brighter headlight at the front, of course, of the front of the van. Transporters, and sort of notorious for not having the greatest standard headlights. So this LED headlight upgrade is absolutely major. I've said it in loads of videos in the past, but if I was speccing one of these myself, that would be the first option that I'd be ticking on the list. It makes a massive, massive difference. Finally then, looking down the driver side of the vehicle, and again, condition is pretty much faultless. There's not really much we can fault there. It's looking absolutely stunning. Just give you another aspect of the rear seats from this angle as well. See, the condition is all very, very good. I mentioned about this being a T32, why that's crucial for business customers, and that means the T32 is classed as a commercial vehicle. So this vehicle can be owned by a business, and you get all of the tax benefits of running a commercial vehicle through that. So very, very important is if you're a director of a business or you're looking to put this vehicle through the business, it's crucial that you get a T32, a T30 Kombi. Technically speaking, that one is not going to fully satisfy the accountant. So yeah, it's very, very important that for any business customers. Up on top of the driver's door then, electric windows, electric heated folding mirrors, auto-activated lights, auto-activated wipers. Say 2 full remote keys, and you can see there the emblems on the key, so you can actually open and close the doors on there. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel then, you've got the adaptive cruise control. This is all standard. And on the right-hand side then, the onboard computer controls here, and the lovely leather multifunctioning steering wheel, which is in very, very good condition. 26,446 miles there. You can see there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Into the center then, you get this nice screen here, which crucially gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So it's worth that is a big, big bonus for these completely as standard. The reversing camera will display on here as well. Heated seats, that's another factory optional extra. And of course, we've got the lovely 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox. And so you can operate the doors using these buttons just there. So press that, and then you can close the door. You can also turn the system off on there as well, so that, as I say, if you've got kids in the back, then it's not going to, they're not going to be opening and letting themselves out. Nice Volkswagen overmats in the front also. So there we go. Just to summarise then, 2022 on a 71 plate Volkswagen Transporter T6.1 Highline DSG Kombi, 150 PS, in the fantastic pure grey, with a beautiful service history, fantastic factory specification as well, and now available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. If you haven't seen it already, I urge you to head over to our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the full advert, including the photography, the price, and the description. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide. We can arrange part exchange for cars and for vans, and we can also arrange finance at very competitive rates, whether it be for private individuals or for limited companies. Thank you very much for watching.